Listen, I support the feminist movement. I do, in my own ways. When you guys did the Women's March, I tried to go and support you. And none of my friends would go with me. I asked all the fellas, none of them wanted to go. I tried everything. Come on, y'all, it's gonna be bitches there. They was like, nope. So what I did is I called my friend Ange. Ange is a black woman who's a comedy writer, and she's dope. Matter of fact, she's the only woman that I know personally that pays her ex-husband alimony. And she sounds just like a man when she does it. Fuck that broke motherfucker and all that. She says all that shit. So I hit Ange up, and I hit her on the text. And all I did, I texted her, I said, Ange, are you going to the Women's March? And she texted me back, and this is real text. She said, I hope those white bitches get tear gassed.
Dave Chappelle, what a great comedian. This is a super funny joke. I love it.
I just don't understand. I thought only men got drafted. That used to be the case. Now it's men and women who claim they don't need no man. I don't think I've ever used the words I don't need no man. Here's 11 screenshots of tweets in which you've used the phrase I don't need no man. Okay, but I didn't mean any of that. I was just making jokes. I'm a comedian. I'm a female comedian? That's an oxymoron, isn't it? Because comedian implies funny and women aren't funny. Does that bother you? Nope. Because it would for sure bother a feminist. And of course, if I find out that you're a feminist, well, then I'm gonna have to draft you. So what's it gonna be? It doesn't bother me. Prove it. What? I want to hear you say women aren't funny. I'm not gonna. Of course, if you don't say it, then I'm gonna have to assume you're a feminist. Then, well, then you're gonna get drafted. Women aren't funny. Oh, well, my apologies, ma'am. You clearly aren't a feminist. Now, also, is your husband around? Hey, what's going on here? Robert, congratulations. You've been drafted to fight in World War III. I just have to ask you this one question. Are you gay? Because we don't allow gay people in the military, and, well, if you are, then you'd be exempt. Yes.
If you don't know Al Joke, you should definitely go check him out. He's a great comedian. And yes, most are feminists when it's convenient for them, but not when it's time to be completely.
Prove it.
Because I'm not just Muslim man. Also feminist Muslim man. It's true. No, don't applaud yet. You don't know where this is going. The feminist in me is like, you go, girl. But Muslim man is like, where are you going? You go, but come by 6 p.m. Feminist Muslim man is a tricky position, dude, because you want to simultaneously uplift women but also bring them down. Feminist Muslim man wants women to be CEO, but work from home.
Oh man, that was good. I guess I'm a Muslim feminist.
Two definitions of feminism. Does anybody know what they are? Yes, Alex. Women should be treated equally? That's correct. Women should be treated equally. Does anybody know what the second definition is? Yes, in the back.
Women should be treated equally.
Very good. Does this make sense to everybody? Okay. So the first definition of feminism is based out of common sense. Women shouldn't be treated less because they're women. That's obvious, right? And the second definition of feminism is based out of anger and not having anything better to do.
I agree.
4, 6, 8, don't make fun of our weight. 2, 4, 6, 8, don't make fun of our weight.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna fall through the floor.
Good joke.
Okay, I get it. The no ma'am guys sent you guys over here, didn't they? It's a birthday gag. One of you supposed to jump out of a cake, but you ate it on the way over.
Bundy, we are activists.
Oh, I'd say not quite active enough.
It so happens we marched yesterday, shoe schmuck.
What, the million-pound march?
You can't make shows like this anymore, and it's sad. We used to be a proper country with proper comedy, and then political correctness killed it all.
Oh man, I love this. Make comedy great again.
All right, now let's do it. We asked 100 male feminists what they do in their spare time. Top 3 answers on the board. Alex? Protest? Nope, protest is not up there. Now, James, you are a male feminist yourself. Yeah, that is correct. That's great, so you should have an advantage here. We asked 100 male feminists
I have an advantage because I'm a male. You need to check your privilege.
That is correct. 37 points are bringing up male privilege out of nowhere. Oh, I get it. Okay, now Alex, back to you. We asked 100 male feminists what they do in their spare time. All right, Steve, I'm gonna go with I have no hope trying to win a woman over based on my personality alone, so I blindly agree with everything they say and believe to try to get them to like me. That is correct. Hey, that is just not true. I just happen to believe what they believe. I'm not doing it so they like me. Women love me for who I am. Then disagree with them on anything ever.
What?
You can
Imagine being a male feminist. Wow.
A one-handed belt.
Take my belt off? If I do, will you hang yourself with it? I've never been more sure somebody's from Miami in my fucking life.
From Houston.
Worse. Dry Miami. Gross.
It'll all come up on your phone now that we've talked about it.
That's fucking scary. Oh, way worse. Women's basketball. Your mom plays professional basketball?
In the WNBA, yes.
No way. So you definitely don't come from money. I just did something your mom could never do. I dunked on your bitch ass, dog. That was a low blow. Oh, I'm sorry. But it was also such a layup, you know? Did you get to go to a lot of games growing up?
Yeah, I did.
You sat courtside?
Absolutely.
Was it lonely?
Man, I just love Matt Rife. He is so good at crowd work. He's been doing this for a long time and he always has the funniest joke. He's super funny. That's why women love him.
Ladies, how are we going to get on the same page? We agree on most shit, right? You think that we disagree on a lot, sweetheart? Like what? Like what?
Like most things, anything.
Really? I went to one of them women's marches and we had a lot in common. I saw those girls screaming, "Free the nipple!"
I agree with that.
That sounds pretty good. Right? They were screaming, "We should be able to have sex with as many guys as we want." Yes, you should. If we get pregnant, we should be able to abort it. Hopefully. And we need to work so we can pay our half. Hallelujah. Fellas, get down here. It's happening. We've reached common ground. It was unbelievable. These women were fighting for the right to become the men they've always hated. Just walking around with their shirts off, fucking whoever, not worried about the kid.
Wow.
I'm like, are y'all feminists or fuckboys? What is this shit?
Are you feminist or fuckboy? Exactly. Andrew Schul is such a great comedian. No wonder he's so famous now.
Every time I think feminism has kind of like died off, you know, like a band you can't stand. They haven't put out an album in a few years. You're like, oh, good. Did they quit? Did they break up? And all of a sudden they come out with some more shit. You're like, ah, fuck, what is it now? I'm just fucking with you. Feminism doesn't bug me. It doesn't bother me. I'm not afraid of it or anything like that. For the simple fact that I know it's gonna fail, you know? I take comfort in that. I do. I'm not rooting for it because...
What does it mean
I
it's
know
gonna
it
fail?
doesn't like me. Do you know why I think it's not gonna survive? Why it's not gonna be successful anyways? Because they still need men's help to make it happen. I don't understand it. I don't understand why women just can't work with each other and make this shit happen. They keep coming to us like, you more men need to care about this issue. Where are the men to stand up and say something?
Now it makes sense.
Why do I have to fucking say something? This is your fucking problem.
Oh man, Bill Burr's comedy is still great. I love him.
Women time the fight for equality brilliantly. Right? I mean, brilliant. 5,000 years, men, we were fighting lions and tigers and hunting buffalo, and women were like, we'll just pick the berries. You guys got that. That's, you guys, all right. Woo, you guys are brave. Look at, wow, so courageous. Look at you hunting that buffalo. Second they put air conditioning in office buildings, women are like, we want equality. March for it, girls! You played the long game, ladies. Well done. Well done. Played the long game. But you still bleed once a month. Joke's on you. All right. What's up, everybody? Andrew here. I'm in Nashville right now, in my hotel room, doing some shows here at Zany's Comedy Club. Thank you guys for watching this week's clip. You know, if you guys don't know, I do something called 52 Weeks of Stand-Up. And basically do a new stand-up clip.
Wow, just look at that. That's Andrew Schulz from 7 years ago. Wow, time flies by. That's at his beginning right there, and now he's a superstar everywhere on social media. Wow.
Feminism is rooted in the struggles of ordinary women. It's about the fact that, you know, women often get paid less. It's about the fact that women are on the front line of some of the hardest sectors to work in care, in our healthcare system, in social care. It's about the fact that they do so much unpaid labor in the household.
How many female bricklayers do you know?
I mean,
female bin cleaners.
Great question.
What are you talking about?
Great question. Have you ever met a female bricklayer?
I don't know.
No, you haven't.
But I love the assumption that being a bricklayer is harder than like caring for the terminally ill and dying.
Have you ever been a bricklayer in the winter?
But like, have you ever been someone looking after the terminally ill and dying?
Yes, I actually have. Yes,
like, it's obviously a very, very challenging job, isn't it?
And it's not as hard as being a bricklayer.
You go, girl.
Excuse me, you asked me if I've done it before.
Oh, I've missed this.
Yeah. Are we talking about whether or not it's
before.
physically challenging, emotionally challenging? I mean, there are care workers who are running up and down between houses getting paid less than minimum wage.
I get that, but you don't make a fortune as a
Some
bricklayer
of these
either.
feminists are completely brainwashed.
Did you guys see this week that guy, like there's this guy Harry Sisson, and he's like a male feminist influencer, right? And he got canceled because he was asking girls for nude photos. And it was like, if you're gonna be a male feminist influencer, you gotta give him a little pussy. Like, I think it's like telling a chef he can't even put his finger in the batter a little. He gets a taste, you know. Harry just needs a little taste, little titties here and there. If he's gonna dedicate his life to saying bullshit, you know. You know, we've all been there. I've dated a girl who was an environmentalist. I told her I love the environment. I don't love the environment. I litter all the time. I remember she was like trying to stop the pipeline, and obviously you're just like, yeah, pipelines are the worst. Anyways, you want to take this pipe? You know what I mean? You know how it is. Yeah, and then they stop the pipeline, and they have to get the oil from Middle East, and I guess problem solved. I don't really. It feels better. I mean, it's probably worse, but it feels cleaner. It's kind of like when a girl's like, I'm not a prostitute, I'm an Instagram model. You know what I mean? But then in, 6 months.
Man, I swear, this is one of my favorite comedians ever. Ryan Long. This is the kind of comedy I like. Great sense of humor. Wow.
You're a feminist.
Yeah.
What is the difference between a feminist and a knife?
What sort of a comparison is that? I don't understand.
Should I tell you the answer?
Yeah.
At least a knife has a point.
Roasted.
I'm a feminist, of course, but I just think that gender equality should be situational. Because
makes sense.
I used to play a lot of basketball with my guy friends, and they played with me as if I was their physical equal on the court. So much that it was disrespectful. Like, I don't feel like you're being an ally for women's rights when I'm shooting the ball and a tall white man blocks my shot and screams, "Not in my house!" Like, I don't feel empowered when you're boxing me out and calling me a little bitch.
Man, that was funny. Yeah, it should be situational. Women and men should not play sport together. We all know why. This is not gonna go well. They just cannot compete. And that totally makes sense.
I think we just pretend we're not dumb differently. Like, dudes will be like, I'm street smart, which means f***ing retarded. Street smart is like, I didn't finish high school, but I'll get you an 8-ball of crack at 2 p.m. Street smarts. And girls will be like, I'm emotionally intelligent, which means a basket of problems. Run from this woman who thinks she invented a new type of intelligence, which is just her crying. Calling you bawling her eyes out from work. My intelligence is acting up again.
I love this. This is absolutely great comedy. I want to see more.
Are you
Let's
guys
go.
all pumped about the 6 female astronauts that went into space? Why are you booing? You don't think women should go to space? You have one of those old-fashioned opinions like, oh, if women are in space, who's making dinner? Well, I'm not that type of comedian.
Exactly.
Oh, what are you thinking? Oh, they probably tried to go to the moon and then they got lost because they can't read maps, ended up in space. You're looking at me probably thinking Jeff Bezos paid $500 million to get some peace and quiet. I'm not that type of comedian.
He's not that kind of comedian, guys.
I'm a feminist, but I found out recently
recently that I'm not feminist enough for some feminists, which is so like them.
Yeah.
And you know how sometimes it's annoying to talk to some men about feminism because they're like, yeah, I don't like feminists. They want all men to die. And I'm like, that's not what we want. And then I ran into these feminists that were like, that is what we want.
Exactly.
But also, what a stereotypical female thing to do. Women want other women to be perfect. And it's crazy because I know you can settle. I've seen your husbands.
Wow.
It's why I worry that women will never get ahead. We're more than half the population. We could take over, but we're our own worst enemy. We're never good enough for one another. We're always tearing each other down. Like you can see, as soon as women started to organize, you could see some men get nervous. I mean, they were mostly younger men. They were like, women, they're organizing. But older men knew. Older men were like, yeah, don't worry. It's going to fall apart.
I agree, it's gonna fall apart. Probably.
What are you doing with your life?
I'm a firefighter.
You're a firefighter? Wow. I don't know. I don't know. If I need to be lifted out of a fire, I don't know. You could lift me probably. You could.
We do it now.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, could you lift me? What's the fireman carry? Yeah. Sure. Whatever. I'll probably scream. Oh
wow. Wow, she's strong. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Big applause. I did not expect that. And now she just ruined his joke. Crazy.
Currently, right now, with the way my bank account looking, I genuinely can't even afford to be a feminist. Like with the way my bank account looking, you have to pay for our dates, or we're not going out.
That was good. You need to clip that. For TikTok.
I'm being serious. Like I'm genuinely like I currently am not in a position to where I can date somebody that like can't like pay for us to go out to eat or like pay for us to whatever.
No, because
I
you can't live with the fear of a Venmo request.
That totally makes sense. I totally get it. Some of these women, they are feminists until they have to take care of themselves, until they have to pay for themselves. Then they don't want feminism and equality anymore. Wow. Oh, that was amazing. That was a fun video for me to make. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching with me today. Click right there to watch the next one, and I will see you there. Bye-bye.